So we got an interesting one today, folks, because a new report just went out about the potential launch period for the Nintendo Switch 2 system. And I think this is a story that a lot of people are going to run with, more so in a factual perspective. And, that's fine. Anyone can do whatever they want. But the cynic in me, the critic in me, looks at this potentially in a bit of a different light. So I'm filming this before the Knicks and Celtics game because, wow, if that Cleveland Cavaliers game was any indication, I'm going to be a miserable boy this afternoon. But what's going on? When is the proposed launch time of the Nintendo Switch 2? Who is saying it? And should they matter? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button, man, if you enjoy this sort of stuff. So we're heading over to Video Games Chronicle. And hopefully their website behaves, because we know they get a little bit crazy with the advertisements. They kind of pop up all over the place and can be very intrusive, but we're going to try. I will have a link to the website in the description box down below if you want to read the article. A former member of the Nintendo sales team has predicted a June release for Nintendo Switch 2 and claimed retailers currently know nothing about Nintendo's launch plans for the console. So this individual is an individual named Sean. Good name, bad spelling. That's all I really have to say about that. Like, you should be mad at your parents for really spelling your name incorrectly. Cian previously worked in the sales department at Nintendo US's arm and recently appeared with his former colleagues on the Kit and Krista podcast to share insights into the company's sales strategy. Shoutouts to Kit and Krista. Allegedly, they like me, which I find really strange, but I mean, I'll take it. I need all the people that like me I can get, because I'm kind of an unliked person. So who is this Sean person, and what are they saying? According to the former employee, Nintendo will definitely share plans to release Switch 2 before the end of the summer during its upcoming Switch 2 Direct in April. Okay, I think we can all agree on that. I mean, you're not going to do the system reveal without talking about, well, when the system is going to come out. So, I think that's a fair assumption. They're going to want the system to be out before the end of summer. I would say at the start of summer, at the end of the school year, so you have kids talking about what they are excited for, he said. I think we'll see a June launch. I'm thinking maybe mid-June or a little bit later than that, but definitely before the end of the summer. And that's things coming out. I read that terribly. Let's try that again. That thing's coming out. There are good strategic reasons why that would be a part of their consideration. So I'm reading this, and on a surface level, yes, I mean, it does make sense. You announce and reveal the system in the early part of the year. You do the full-on trail. Oh, you're getting a little crazy here, advertisements. You're getting a little crazy here. You do a full-on, unveiling of the system. You show the games, you show the release date, you show the price point, all that sort of good stuff. And then you coast into the summer and you have it all sort of lined up. That makes sense, but from what I'm hearing, it's just an assumption. It's an assumption based on things. Now, Cian was in the sales department of Nintendo of America, so that does give a little bit of credence to what they are talking about, in my opinion, because, this is their area of expertise. But the thing of it is, the thing that I kind of take away from some of this is Nintendo of America is just a marketing branch for Nintendo of Japan. So essentially, Nintendo of America wasn't really making any sort of decisions on, when to launch the system and stuff like that. They essentially marched to the beat of what Nintendo of Japan tells them. So, is there really some additional knowledge inside of there? We'll kind of talk about it a little bit more as we go along. Get out of here. The former Nintendo employee was also asked about alleged retail leaks regarding Switch 2's release date and price, and dismissed the notion that retailers have any advanced knowledge of plans. Asked what retailers know about the Switch 2, Cian replied, "Nothing. Nothing." Like I said, nothing. Certainly not price. Almost certainly not any kind of launch date other than maybe a quarter. It always makes me laugh to see these articles like Walmart Canada says the price is going to be this. Walmart Canada are the last people who are going to know. So, I mean, obviously a deep barb there at Walmart of Canada. Shout outs to Walmart of Canada. You know, I'm big. I love Canada. I can't even say that with a straight face. But Walmart Canada is cool. And this evidently is stemming from a video that Kit and Krista did. He continued, they don't have that information. There's no way that even Target, not Target, Target in the US would know anything. When we know the launch date, that's probably when the retailers are going to know the launch date. Maybe a week or two in advance. I would imagine maybe March 27th, the retailers will find out a couple days in advance of the Nintendo Direct. So, you know, there's a lot of things to kind of take away from this. But here's the thing I take away from this. And if you want to take this all as factual, it's coming out in June, you know, this, that, or the other. They're going to want to, you know, get ahead of the summer crowd and stuff like that. You can do that. And I don't mean any disrespect to Kit and Krista or Sean, but things change at companies. And what you know from working at that company, your experiences don't necessarily translate to the current experiences that are happening at the company now. Like, it's been a few years removed since Kit and Krista worked there. And I'm sure they saw a lot of things and, you know, handled a lot of things when they were there, but they are no longer there. You know, that would be like me talking about my pharmacy days and like talking about the latest, you know, HIPAA violations or FDA approved drugs and when those drugs are going to come out. I no longer work there. I no longer am in that field. And obviously, you know, they probably have contact with people, so their word is a bit more valid than anything else. But am I taking this as a declaration of confirmation of when the system is going to come out? Me personally, no. I mean, June is something that I have said. I feel like the end of June is when this system is going to come out. You know, giving the example of you want kids talking about the system at the end of the school year. Kids are going to talk about the system when it's shown off in April. You know, that's where the hype is going to be, and that's where people are going to be excited from it. You know, I think if it comes out in July, it really doesn't make a difference because kids are still going to be following it if they're, you know, you're not home from school or you're not at school, so you're home and you have access to the internet. Like, the thing of it is, like, the kids analogy is kind of like almost an outdated way of thinking, in my opinion, because you know, back in 2017, kids didn't have cell phones as much as they do in 2025. We're talking about 8 years ago. You know, the launch of the Switch 1, 8 years ago. A lot has changed since then. A lot has changed in the world. A lot has changed in technology. A lot has changed in the free flow of information. So I think it's an interesting discussion. And, you know, Sean could be, or Cian, I should say, could be completely right on this, right on the money, has good sources, you know, speaking from experience, and Kit and Krista the same. But I like to cast a little doubt sometimes because, I don't know, that's just the kind of cynical person I am. I was just kind of born this way. Let me know what you think of this, though, in the comments down below. Does June make sense for you? You know, that would be about a 2-month turnaround time. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Wish me luck against the Celtics today. I just want a competitive game. I just want to compete. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.